Heyo, what's really good? Welcome to the review. Today we're going to talk about the SH Figuarts Kamen Ikazuchi, aka Do. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just goofing off. I love red. It's my favorite color. I love Ikazuchi. Shout out to Germ, who is a fellow red lover. Blind Mech, you know who you are. The homie. And I just love Ikazuchi. This is a simple redesign from what we got with the 001 design. But with Ikazuchi, we get some new broader parts. He looks a little bit buffer in the chest area. They made it slightly wider, in my opinion. Or maybe it's just a visual love and bias for it. But the head design is just A1 as we talk about Dodo. Let's actually get a little bit of there we go. Yeah. And I just love the way the Dodo helmet looks. I've added some SHF upgrade stickers here. So in case you're wondering why the progress key would look different, that is why. So yeah, look-wise, Dodo's helmet is just so nice. It's pointy too, so you should be careful. You really don't want to hurt yourself doing that. Don't be like me. Don't hurt yourself. So as far as movement goes, we get a lot of nice movement here in the neck area. With these being able to move ever so slightly, you get a lot of, I'm trying to think of the word. I always forget this. You get a lot of emotion. I use that word a lot because it's true. When you're trying to express a character, body language tells a lot in the movement. So you get a lot of movement, but I'm probably still going to add an SHF neck peg upgrade because even though it sits very nicely here, if it was a little bit higher, you would get a lot more range out of this helmeted head. And I really do like that look a lot better. We have a nice rotund shoulder pads. These come out, and even when you lift the arm up, they are going to press up against this part right here. For our Dodo design of the armband, you can rotate that to circumvent it, lift up a little bit higher, and you'll see the shoulder blades just kind of shift. I do enjoy that you are still able to do that with the arm shifting in and out. We will get a bicep swivel, as you saw, but as you can see, it will do that. That's what I wanted to point out. So you got to be careful. I've learned to just get over it, and because it's easier for me doing a bunch of articulation stuff. But for those of you that are going to try to do different poses out of the box, and it, you may be like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, or feel like you've broken something. You haven't. So just wanted to give you that heads up. And it's going to take me a while to do this because I can't see on there it is, on the other side sometimes. So sorry about that. But yes, the other thing that bums me out is that we still haven't made corrections here because even though we have a double joint, there is a bit of plastic in the way that's going to prevent us from getting a deeper cut. Now, I wanted to make sure I did this review first because I'm going to mod mines and I'm going to give it that extra deep cut. So that way he can have better articulation. I've already done the photos, so I don't have much to worry about. But I just wanted to make sure that I definitely covered the fact that I hate the fact that even though he has this double joint, it sucks because we can't get that double joint there. But again, I'm going to mod mines, so it's not too big of a deal, but I do want to point it out for others. Now, in terms of our upper torso articulation, we can shift left and right very easily. We can even go backwards a lot. But we're going to be a little stiff on that front ab articulation, which is a little bit of a bummer. But we have excellent leg articulation, which will circumvent that. Our belt can wiggle around and move, so you don't have too much to worry about. That way, when you're doing nice huddled moves with our nice little drop down leg, which I still love. I mean, I like the fact that it's still being used, but it's also not super duper gappy. As you can see here, we got that drop down leg. And as you can see, we get a lot of articulation here in the leg that will allow you to simulate an ab crunch when in reality, that's not the case, right? Because this is actually how leg works. Sometimes, unless you're like a gymnast, like Olympic level, not everybody has a really good ab crunch. I mean, if we're being real, a lot of people like myself who talk crap aren't really that flexible. I'm decent at most, but we're not like Olympic level. So we can't be talking about the toys doing that, especially when it's based on suit actors, right? So as you can see here, we can still move really, really good. But again, I just want that nice little bit of extra extension there, and that'll make it work for me. We have a nice double joint leg, you see here. We have very decent ankle pivot, not the super generous kind that we normally have been getting lately. We have a deep toe pivot though, which will allow some room for movement. And as you can see here, we can get low, like Lil Jon said, get low. We can fix our little ankle here. And as you can see, we can simulate that build up and charge right before a rider kick. And I love that. I love that we can still do that with him. It looks really, really good. Now, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to jump into our accessories, which isn't a lot, but I just want to make sure we're all good and ready. So I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, now as we jump into accessories, like I said, very simple stuff. Most of these guys have come with their basic accessories. I really wish that he would have come with his belt from his first appearance. We had a cool Zetsume Progress keys. I would have loved that. But if you are looking into that, SHF Upgrade is doing it. So we have that. Real quick, let's talk about his hands and his dodo weapon. So we will get a set of weapon holding hands. Let's change that focus on. There we go. We got focus on hands. There we go. And with these, you will be able to hold his dodo blades. Blades made of dodo feathers, which I thought was a pretty cool thing. You know, dodo blades. So hopefully you enjoy the photos with these, because these are actually really, really nice. Give these a cool black wash and look even crazier. I gotta get an extra one so I can do that. But yeah, next up, you'll get a set of open hands. And that's about it that you'll get with him. But on the bright side, if you have a Vulcan, which I'm sure most of you will, if not, I'm sorry, but you can use the shotgun, because he did use the shotgun a lot. It's one of his favorite weapons. So yeah, you can use this because it comes with Vulcan. And I do like the fact that in 01, a lot of characters will take other weapons and use them. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm not going to use that weapon. No, everybody, if they got a chance, they using it. So I love that. I love everything about that. And that pretty much sums it up. Because like I said, it's very bare bones with him, with Ikazuchi. He does not have a lot of showtime, but it's one of those things where he became a fan favorite amongst people like me and my boy Germ. So with that being said, I'm going to stand this guy straight up. And what we are going to do is we're going to jump into size comparisons. So let's square him up, make him look good for the camera. Actually, let's see if he can stand on one leg. I want to test that real fast. I'm pretty sure he can't because we don't have that outward angle. We'd have to angle the body a little bit, but see how he's not going to stand because we can't shift that ankle outward, but we can shift it inward, but not outward. And that's the part that's a little bit of a bummer, right? Let's get that leg down. Let's get you standing up. This is what y'all don't see. This is literally is what I do on camera. My wife cuts it because I don't know how to edit. Can't edit to save my life. So here we are. Boom shakalaka. Let's actually get him stand a little bit straighter. So boom, there you have it. Standing straight up. Let us first compare him with the rest of the crew. First, we're going to start off with Naki. I feel like Naki's a good choice. Naki and Ikazuchi, definitely, I like those two together. And underneath me, we have Ginger, who felt like she wanted to guest star. She's a jerk, too. She never likes being on camera. But Ginger the cat. So here we are with Naki. And as you can see, Naki's a little bit shorter, and I like that they did that. They put the effort in to make Naki a bit smaller to show that preference, and that represents it in the show. And I do like that a lot. Next up, we have Haroldi. As you can see, Haroldi is even a little bit smaller than Ikazuchi, right? And Haroldi, I didn't give a neck peg, but I should have, because Haroldi would look better, would serve better with a neck peg. And it actually serves to their height, because Ikazuchi is actually, him and Jin are actually the tallest of them. And I like that it actually represents that, even in their figures. And then next up, we have Jin. So we can do the whole crew together. And Jin is a little bit on the smaller side, but I do like this crew together. It's a very good look. I like this a lot. I'm glad that I was able to complete a team. And these are bad, well, sorry. These guys are anti-heroes. I don't want to call them outright bad guys because that's not true. But I do like the fact that I was able to complete a team of anti-heroes who did start off as villains. I really do like that. Actually forgot this piece here. And that's really dope because we don't get that too often lately. And I'm glad that that's changing. So with that being said, let's compare to some other stuff. Because Dodo fights Vulcan, but I'm going to throw Kuga in there first. So here we are with a renewal. So let's do a Kuga. So I'm going to make sure Kuga's in there. Now, as you can see, Ikazuchi is taller than Kuga, right? Then we have Vulcan. I did regular Vulcan. I should have did Assault Vulcan. I have him here, but you can see him with Vulcan. You can see the height differences. I love that. I love that kind of little bit of detail in there. Next up, we have an articulated icons. Itami, the evil sensei. We have my custom Marvel Legends Nighthawk. I feel like these two would definitely get along. I don't know, maybe it's the whole bird motif, but I feel like these two would definitely get along. Then we're going to throw in a Lightning Collection Black Ranger. So you can see some Sentai counterparts, not from SHF. Right? And Ikazuchi actually stands well with some domestic stuff. Oh, here we are with a bat. I feel like this was a really good complementary because bats are androids and these are AIs with bodies. So I really like the idea of this. They can build their nice little robot, well, android army, because I don't know why people are so obsessed with that, but you knew exactly what I meant. Last but not least, here we are with a Mezco, and here is Mezco Black Bolt. I happen to have him out on display. And just because I want to throw him in there, I'm going to review him soon. Here's your main man, Pudgy Pig. Just for fun, right? So thank you guys for watching, for real. I appreciate it. Especially because my writer stuff doesn't get a lot of views, which is cool because that means the people that do want to watch it and find the information are. And that's pretty important because as long as somebody's putting it out there, that means that information is available and accessible to everyone. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love it when you watch. And you've been great. Just know that you're loved, if not by me, then somebody else out there in the world. And it's always coming into you, whether you know it or not. So as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Bye.